Thanks for tuning in to Basketball TV. I'm your host, Anthony, and today we're going to go over top 5 NBA players of all time. So let's get it. Number 5, and this is just my opinion, and I do believe this, one of those controversial things, biased opinions, because I do believe whatever generation you're in, you're probably going to choose different players. So for me, this is my top 5. Coming in at number 5, I got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Why? Well, he's a center. I feel like when you're a center, it's a little more easier to score. But he does hold records, and he does have championships and accolades, which I think puts him at number 5. Number 4, in my opinion, I gotta go with Shaq at the number 4 spot. Reason why is because he's the most dominant ever. The most dominant player that the NBA has ever seen is Shaquille O'Neal. Now, is he the greatest? No, because he lacked certain things to push him to the number 1 spot, like his work ethic, his lack of free throws, in crunch time moments that have cost the Lakers games. So for those reasons, he's not top 3, but I do have him at the 4th spot. Number 3, all time. And this is hard for me to admit because I'm not a fan of his whatsoever, but you can't do nothing but respect greatness. And so that's why I gotta go by that and not just my personal feelings or opinions. But number 3, I got LeBron James, and I think it's already cemented that he's in the top 5 all time. I don't think he could go any further than that too, because the 2 guys ahead of him, I think it's miles between the number 3 spot and the number 1 and 2 spot. So number 3 spot, I got LeBron James. Number 2, this is hard for me, and it could go both ways. This guy could be the number 1 spot, and the number 1 spot could be number 2. So it's close. I go back and forth with this, and this could be argued, but number 2 is my personal favorite player of all time, and that's Kobe Bryant. Kobe being Bryant, man. He, his work ethic, skills. He's by far, like, Shaq is the most dominant player of all time. I feel that Kobe's the most skilled player of all time, and arguably the best player of all time. What puts Kobe, at the number 2 spot for me is just nobody could guard him. He could score whenever he wanted to. He's a heck of a player on the defensive end. His footwork is probably the best footwork that I've ever seen. His handles are up there as well, and he's a nightmare for the opposing players and teams and coach, the coaching staff, and so yeah, that's why I got him at number 2. And number 1, Michael Jordan. The GOAT, Air Jordan, Black Jesus. The nicknames could go on and on and on. But I think the reason why I have him at the number 1 spot is because he's 6-0 in the finals, and he retired for 2 years. And to me, when I think about that, I'm like, man, if Michael Jordan didn't retire for those 2 years, would he have won 8 in a row? Man, he probably would have. Not no knock on the Houston Rockets for those 2 years that they won, but if Jordan didn't leave the league, I truly believe he would have probably won 8 in a row. And the fact that he's 6-0 in the finals, Kobe's 5-2, and I think LeBron right now is 4-6. So LeBron's in the losing record, and Kobe and Michael are in the winning column when it comes to their finals records. And so that's the reason why I got Michael at the 1 spot. I got Kobe at the 2, LeBron at 3, Shaq at 4, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at number 5. Comment down below who you think is the top 5 all time, and let me know why. All right, hey, thanks for tuning in. My next video is gonna be my top 5 picks for a starting 5. The 5 that I would pick for a starting 5. So I hope you like this video. Comment down below and let's talk about it. All right, peace.